Sir, back then when you were pinned down already and then you held the line and then 5 of your men were down, your arm was folded, you're hanging it on with your mouth. Were you scared? What was the emotion?
Hindi naman ako natakot dahil it was not my first encounter.
Right.
Pang 27 encounter ko na yon.
But this was, would you say this was the heaviest? That
was the heaviest. Talagang I should say na akala ko hindi na ako mag-survive pero ang ano ko lang is very positive ako na I will not die.
What was the outcome of the encounter, sir? Were you able to eliminate the kalaban?
Yes, we were able to inflict 30 casualties from the enemy, from the Abu Sayyaf. Then we recovered some of their firearms. We were able to neutralize some of their commanders. And Abdul Rajak Janjalani was even wounded. And I suffered 7 killed in action and 9 of us were wounded. Then after a few years, namatay din yung isang kasama ko. Parang 8 na yung namatay sa kasama sa enkwentro na yon, 8 kaming buhay.
It's just incredible, sir. I mean, I'm trying to understand, but I know everybody in this room will never understand what you went through in that day, no? It's, I don't know. I'm trying to digest it, pero, we can only understand, but we don't really know the feeling. We'll never know the feeling. Sir, were you evacuated na in the airlift kayo paalis? How was that afterwards?
Hindi, kasi masyadong dikit yung labanan. Yung helicopters hindi na effective dahil tsaka they are vulnerable also to ground fire.
Right.
Kasi marami pa rin kalaban With their number around 180, then we killed 30. May mga wounded sila. So around 100 pa rin yung nandoon.
Wow.
But I should say it's a miracle. There was a divine intervention. Kasi nung ako na lang yung lumaban doon nandun ako sa likod ng natumbang kahoy with my 6 firearms including my own na damaged na. Sumisigaw-sigaw ako. Nagsigaw ako ng maneuver kayo dyan.
Pero wala na.
Wala na. Tapos every time na nag-assault sila kasi sumisigaw, meron silang battle cry every time na sumisigaw sila, sinasabayan ko. Kaya lalo silang maraming mas lalong dumami yung casualties sa kanila dahil open tumatayo sila tapos nag-rush up sa akin.
So you were the one putting them down one by one?
Yung iba namatay before
How long did this last, sir, yung ikaw na mag-isa? How long did this last?
Mga more than an hour. Wow. Around 3:30. Natapos kasi yung firefight 5 o'clock So
when you were injured, sir, was it difficult? I'm sure, no, but I want to ask this. How difficult was it knowing all your men were dropped dead, were down na, and then ikaw na lang mag-isa?
I was emotional pero sabi ko hindi po pwedeng magpadala ko sa emotions ko. So I have to hold the ground. Iniisip ko lang at sabi ko naman nalapitan ko naman silang lahat bago sila namatay. Sabi ko ginawa ko na yung lahat na magagawa ko bago sila nalagutan ng hininga. So I have to concentrate sa firefight. Yung after that encounter doon na medyo na trauma ako.
But sir, before we end it, no, how do you have a secondary team that approached?
Meron. Actually, Alan Cordoba was one of them.
Wow.
He was the team leader of yung reinforcement ko. Nagmaneuver sila doon sa isang high ground kasi naririnig naman nila yung I have a radio. Tapos even sa yung sigaw naririnig nila yung sinasabi ko. So they maneuver around, nag-occupy sila ng high ground. Sila rin yung nag-provide ng support. They thought na wala na ako dahil yung pwesto ko umusok na. Grabe. Hindi na ako makita.
Did you walk out? Were you carried away?
No, doon ako nung naabutan ako doon ako sa likod nung kahoy na 'yan.
They carried you away, sir.
Binuhat na ako kasi hindi na ako nung dumating yung reinforcement, halos nag-withdraw na yung kalaban after the third assault. Yun yung pinaka-volume fire nila. Tapos nag-mortar pa sila ng 6 rounds kaya tinamaan ako dito sa likod. doon pumapatak sa ano ko, pero walang diretsong tumama. Yung shrapnel lang na isa na tumama dito sa likod ko. So, nung nag-withdraw na sila tuluyan, dumating na yung armored personnel carrier. At ako, hindi na ako nakagalaw doon. Nandoon ako sa likod ng natumbang kahoy. Kasi iniisip ko baka babalik pa rin eh. So, tapos may lumapit ng sundalo sa akin. Hinila nila ako.
So where did they bring you first, sir?
I was brought to the center of the barangay sa Matarding.
Okay.
That was around 10 kilometers away from the encounter site. Ang medyo added ordeal doon sa nangyari, isa lang yung armored personnel carrier, yung isa naman yung Simba na hindi pwedeng lagyan ng casualties. So ang nangyari, siyam kaming sugatan, kami yung unang pinasok. Pinasok ako sa pinakadulo, then katabi ko 4, sa tapat ko yung nagtatama lang yung aming paa, nakasandal doon sa wall ng tangke. 5 naman sila, 4. Pero yung 7 ko ng mga patay, isa pugot yung ulo. 2 actually pugot yung ulo, pero yung isa talagang tanggal na, yung isa naman nakakabit pa rito. Pinatong silang lahat sa amin, yung 7. Kasi sinabi ko, ipasok na yun, kasi ayokong maputulan ng ulo pa yung iba. Yung 5 others.
But they were dead already, sir.
They were dead. So pinasok sa amin, nakapatong sa may mga paanan namin banda, yung 7 na casualties. Tapos we traveled for 10 kilometers at doon sa sentro ng barangay, doon naghintay yung 4 na helicopters. Pero we were very slow dahil along the way, inaambos pa rin kami. Kaya lang, we are inside the armor vehicle, hindi kami tatamaan.
What were you feeling that moment? Were you in pain? Were you thinking about your family? Were you thinking about your men? What was going through your mind, sir?
Wala akong naramdamang sakit. Siguro dahil sa adrenaline rush. Tapos inisip ko yung family, hindi not only my family, the family of my soldiers. Kasi nung nilapitan ko sila, isa yung sinasabi, sir, mga anak ko, sir, misis ko, sir, ganon. Yung pamilya pa rin. Bago sila nawala, yun pa rin ang last na pakiusap nila sa akin. Kaya nung gumaling na ako, binalikan ko yung mga pamilya nila. At yung iba sundalo na rin yung mga anak nila. Nakagraduate naman yung iba.
From that moment when your men told you, sir, yung pamilya ko, yung ganito, what changed? Did you promise yourself something that forever in your life, I will dedicate myself to them? What was that something you learned?
Actually, nag-promise din ako sa kanila na wag niyong isipin, concentrate lang tayo dito sa enkwentro. Wag niyo isipin, yung pamilya natin, ayos lang sila. At akong bahala, sabi ko sa kanila nung bandang huli na talaga. Kasi wala na, nakikita ko beyond recovery.
Was it painful for you, sir? Was it extremely painful?
It's more painful yung nakita ko yung ordeal ng kasamahan ko kaysa wala ko actually naramdaman sa mga sugat ko. Yung nasabi kong emotional ako nung una, pero I should not be carried by my emotions. Otherwise magbago yung decision making ko, masira yung concentration ko dun sa labanan.
So, sir, if I may ask, your arm right now, you cannot move it.
Limited lang yung function niya. Hindi ako makasulat with my right hand. Kaya nag-shift ako sa left, although I'm right-handed.
So you had to learn how to write on your left?
Yeah, in 2 years time, habang nasa hospital ako, yun ang ginagawa ko. Nagpa-practice ako magsulat with my left hand. So okay naman, although nakakapagod, pero at least nagagawa ko na.
Correct me if I'm wrong, sir, but General Sobejana is the only soldier authorized to salute with his left hand.
Po, at I was authorized by then President Fidel Ramos, because he was the one who awarded me with the Medal for Valor. At nung nasarapan ako niya, nasarapan niya ako, yung kamay ko may bandage pa, hindi ko talaga so I salute with my left. Sabi niya sa akin, henceforth, you are authorized to salute with your left. So yun na yun. At pwede kang mangiangat yung kanan ko, pero hindi snappy, baluktot. So hanggang tuloy-tuloy na kaliwa na yung aking sinasaludo.
I remember a lot of people were asking me, sir, when you were CGPA pa. And then I think an article came out saying General Sobejana, ganito, salutes with his left hand. Ganito, a lot of people were saying so many things, and
Nabas pa nga ako doon sa nung 6 idea ko.
sorry, I was so proud when that article came out. Tumayo nga balhibo ko, sabi ko, kilala ko yan. Kilala ko yan. So every time when people ask, I always tell your story, sir. I always try to share with my knowledge on what your story is. Talagang it's incredible. One last question, what was your toughest decision ever in your whole career?
Toughest decision. Yung papunta ka sa gera. Merong mission. Talagang you have to really decide. Very firm ang decision. Walang pagdadalawang isip. Otherwise, pagka may mga reservation ka sa mga ginagawa mo, you're not expected to do your best.
Yes.
Kasi sabi ko, atras ba ako? Abante. So pagka sinabi ko abante,
Go lang.
you have to go. So it's better to decide whether it's a wrong decision or not. Importante na kapag-decide ka. And I always consider na yung takot, I always consider na fear is a reaction and courage is the decision.
Fear is a reaction and courage is the decision.
Yes. Yun talagang yun ang nakatatak sa utak ko na
fear is the reaction.
Kasi pag pinangungunahan ka ng takot, wala na. Takot na dahil wala ka na magawa. You have to decide. Once you decide, you have to do it. So courage is a decision.
Fear is a
reaction.
Courage is the decision.
Is a decision, yes.
Sir Sobejana, maraming salamat for being here again. And I remember what you always say, the goal is peace. The goal is to not fire a single round.
Totoo po yan. If we can finish these security challenges that we have, ito problema natin sa insurgency and terrorism, without firing a single shot, mas nakakabuti sa ating lahat. No? Bilang sundalo, with the number of battles, armed engagements against the enemy, hindi totaling mix palaging emosyon. Manalo, matalo man sa gera, palaging mix. Kasi iisipin mo, yung pinapatay, yung kalaban natin, kapwa rin Pilipino. Lalo na kung namatayan ka rin ng sundalo, mayroon din siyang pamilya. Even yung mga rebelde, may pamilya rin sila. So isipin natin yon. At saka isa pa, normal sa behavior ng tao na pagka pinatay yung kamag-anak, kahit alam niya lang may kasalanan yung kamag-anak, basta pinatay,
mag-revenge.
So it will be an unending problem. So walang katapusan. Kaya I should say na itong solution ng ating problema is for a more sustainable solution, it should be an operation other than war. So if you understand the dynamics of conflict such as economic, socio-cultural, religion, political, these are non-military in nature. Kung ito'y ma-address natin,
we can solve
problems. No? And I want the public to know na kami mga sundalo, we do not fight because we hate the enemy. We fight because we love the people behind us. Yung meron tayong pinoproteksyon na citizenry na kailangang magpaprovide tayo ng shield para sila hindi malagay sa kapahamakan. So, yun yung palagi kong in-emphasize sa sundalo, na we wage war because we wanted to achieve peace. So, ang tawag ko nga sa amin mga sundalo, we should have the mind of a warrior and the heart of a peacekeeper.
The mind of a warrior and the heart of a peacekeeper.
Kasi hindi pwedeng makigera tayo just for the sake of killing or winning wars. We wage war because we wanted to win peace.
Oh, incredible, sir. Sir, let's close the show because I know you're hungry now. You want to see your wife already and you have a lot of things to sign. What's one message you'd like to say to all the Filipino civilians out there?
Ang masasabi ko lang, I would like to share with you yung almost 40 years of being a soldier. Nakikita ko na ang more sustainable solution dito yung magkasama-sama tayong lahat. Magkakaisa tayo. We should make yung kasabihan na united we stand, divided we fall. So kung magkaisa tayo, tiyak uunlad yung ating bayan. Dahil ang nagpapapigil sa ating sa development ay itong kaguluhan in our midst. Not to mention pa itong pandemya ngayon. So, the more na dapat magkasama-sama tayo, magtutulong-tulungan upang makamit natin yung ating inaasam-asam na kapayapaan at kaunlaran.
Thank you very much, sir. And lastly, sir, if you have a message to all our men in uniform watching right now, or listening right now? What's one thing you'd like to tell them?
Sa mga kapwa ko sundalo, mayroon tayong mandato na dapat tugunan, and we have to always uphold our core purpose of serving the people and securing the land.
General Sobejana, maraming salamat, sir, for the time you have given me, given us today. I truly appreciate it, sir. There's so many more questions I'd like to ask you, but let's. I hope we can still have time together, over dinner with the family one day. Sana when you're retired na, sir, with your family and my family, we can have a nice dinner together.
I'm looking forward to that, Matt.
Yes, sir. Sir, maraming salamat. And on behalf of the Filipino people, thank you very much for your service, sir. Daghan salamat.
Daghang salamat po, Matt, at mabuhay ka.
Thank you, sir. More power to you always.
Thank you, thank you.
Thank you, sir.